Hey everyone, this is going to be a really short one, and I just want to go back to that bug that we had in the past lecture where it was giving us a null pointer exception when we were trying to persist. So the problem that we had there is that right here we had it, and let me just backtrack to replicate the error. Okay, we had it as if the project task.getPriority is 0 or the project task getPriority is null, then set the priority to 3. Okay, and the reason for this, and the reason it blew up on us, is because when we have the UI, and I was thinking, and I literally wired this up with the UI in mind. When we have the UI and we have the option to select a priority, that option is going to be 0, okay? Because we do have to assign a value on the React side, on the form side, so that if it's not, if the user doesn't select anything, then it tells you, it gives you a 0, which I could very well also turn into a 3, but this is how I wired it up at that time. Okay, since we don't have anything coming from the UI yet, the only thing that we have coming into our service is going to be a null attribute, right? So this is why it didn't work, because we're not getting the priority as 0 at all. That's why it was giving us a null pointer exception. And this is why we need to, for now, we need to keep it as 3. Now, in the future, we need actually, let me just backtrack real quick. Let me just copy and paste it from the commit, actually, just so that I don't have to redo the whole thing. Give me just a second. But yeah, this is a problem. Like, it's not that the condition was invalid, it's that we're not passing anything as 0. In the future, we need this to handle the form. Okay? And that's all that it's to it. That's the that was the issue, and I'll show you right now that it actually works. And if I go and create a new summary test, if I go and create it now, then it says priority 3, right? Because it was null, right? I didn't pass a priority here. And if we go to our database, again, it's really important to do the round trip, because sometimes, and just sometimes, I've gotten, and because of errors that I made, I've gotten false positives from the API. Because let's say one time I even forgot to call the service to persist, but I was still returning the object, and then I thought it was persistent and it wasn't. So it's always good to come back to the database and make sure that everything works fine. Okay, so let me see. Yeah, priority null. And that's good. Now, the only thing that I don't like about this is that the project sequence doesn't seem to be working. Why don't I restart the server here and take a look? Yeah, actually, it's not working. Let's see why don't we fix that bug as well? We might as well do the bug fixes here. Okay, so I'm incrementing this here when we get the sequence. So we get the sequence. I know why it's not working, and I'm sure some of you saw it too. Do you see it? It was a careless mistake. I apologize, but again, this happens. And good thing that we looked at the database. It's because when we increment the sequence, we don't set it again. Like, we don't set the updated sequence to the backlog object. So basically what it does is that when it reinitializes to 0, it goes to 1, and it always goes to 1 because we have to set it, right? We have to increase it and set it so that object keeps growing its sequence, right? And now we're gonna refresh this and try this again. Okay, the server is up and running. And yeah, we're coming close to a point where we're gonna stop using H2, because as you see, then this is an additional step when all we want to do is actually just go and test this thing, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, perfect. Now it's working fine. And if we go again to the database, we want to check for 2 things. I'm going to check for 2 things. The sequence is up to 5. That is very good, right? And then we want to see that our project tasks. Yes, we have them there. And everything looks good. Just the project identifier and the sequence is also good as well. Right? One last thing before I let you guys go is that on the project task, I found a typo of mine. I had this as project identifier without the I, and I fixed that real quick. So what you need to do is fix it here in the attribute. Then you need to create a new set of getters and setters and make sure that you delete the other ones, and then you need to redo the toString method. Okay? Again, it was a careless mistake. My apologies. But right now, at least, we have all the functionality that we were expecting to have, and everything's working good. So in the next lecture, we're going to start exploring actually reading our backlog and reading our project tasks. Thank you.